One of the albums that best in hindsight encapsulates for me the hip-hop styles of the mid-2010s, culminating in really, say, well, this album came out in 2017, so let's say it culminated in 2017. That would have to be, of course, Dumpmeister by Mach-Hommy. Listen to this. How long does this album go for? Excuse me. This, 35 minutes. You know, you can make an album as long as you want now, pretty much. You know, the CD age onward, obviously that was the thing. There was a recent talk from Martin Popoff and Pete Pardo about that and Sea of Tranquility. And this album, and of all of its guest stars, he figured, and he could get probably more if he wanted to. I think there are outtakes. Mach-Hommy decides, this is an excellent set, 35 minutes, so all it needs to be is my perfect, complete statement. Hip-hop, unlike rock music, is more in favor of the album as a form of recorded music, as a medium of putting down tracks, than almost any other genre right now, frankly. If you want to know more about Mach-Hommy's backstory, check out the video I uploaded for HBO, Haitian Body Odor, his 2016 release. Very good album. And now I'd like to talk and read aloud about these Rate Your Music reviews. Patrick's from March 20th, 2019. This is 2 years after the album came out. The first time I laughed out loud listening to this was when Mac made a conjunction justice, what's your function joke. Second was when Crimeapple said, you're on your own, like when Vito ate the Johnny cakes. This album is an absolute blast. It's funny, it has crazy production, everyone raps their ass off. You all have been sleeping on this shit. It's the finest dump drop-off, and they've given us a lot of great work. But this is ground zero. It's a testament to how good Hommy is that Billy Woods doesn't steal the album. That dude steals every album, but not this one. Start here, progress to the KNX collab, and arrive at the Muggs album if you need a short trip through the highlights of Dump World. And Greeny Heavy on August 22nd, 2020, possibly during a lockdown, decided it was a masterpiece. Despite this album being extremely feature-heavy, Mac has one of the best rapping performances I've ever heard. Lyrically, his pen is top tier, rivaling any abstract lyricist you can name. His delivery pairs perfectly with his aggressive and sometimes laid-back flows. Aside from Mac, all the features bring some of their best. Underground legend Billy Woods drops one of, if not his best features on 383 Myrtle. Crimeapple completely bodies the anxiety-inducing beat on Bacalao and Provision, and Melanin 9 drops one of the best features in Mac's whole discography on Baas-Key-Yacht. Many of these collaborations we might never see the light of day again. The production on this album ranges from laid-back, bright, jazzy tracks like Quartz Movement to dark soul-crushing beats like Gourmandise. Songs like Baas-Key-Yacht only come around once every couple years. Overall, this project encapsulates Mac at his peak over some of his most diverse production in his career. I'd like to read out aloud now more information on who Mach-Hommy is, which I did not on the previous upload. Mach-Hommy was raised predominantly in Newark, New Jersey, but also spent much of his childhood in Port-au-Prince. His father was a folk guitarist. That's the capital city of Haiti, just for those who don't know. His father was a folk guitarist, and Mac credits his father's musical style as an influence on his own. The first music Mac recorded was at the age of 13 when he performed a freestyle over the beat to Raekwon's Verbal Intercourse. In his early career, Mac found the music recording process to be an unhealthy environment and sought to take up filmmaking instead. However, at the encouragement of Westside Gunn, he returned to rapping in the early 2010s. Mach-Hommy first achieved widespread attention after the release of his 2016 album HBO, Haitian Body Odor, which he sold via Instagram. Mac pressed only 187 copies of the HBO CD and sold them for $300 apiece, before eventually uploading the album to SoundCloud in 2017. He released numerous other albums in the following years, many of which were sold at high prices through services like Bandcamp and never released on streaming services. In 2021, Mach-Hommy released his album Pray for Haiti on most streaming services. Mac stated that he would donate his share of profits from the album to the Pray for Haiti Trust Fund, a charity he established to fund educational services and institutions in Haiti. Pray for Haiti also brought Mac a greater level of attention from the music press, with Pitchfork honouring the album with a Best New Music award and Rolling Stone describing it as a modern hip-hop classic. Mach-Hommy has intermittently associated with Griselda Records, with the Griselda Records label. Though Mac was once considered part of the Griselda collective, he separated from them after a falling out with Westside Gunn, and as of 2017, Mach-Hommy was unaffiliated with the label. Mac and Gunn eventually reconciled in late 2020, as Westside Gunn served as an executive producer of Pray for Haiti. In an interview with Billboard.com, Mac stated that he was fluent in the majority of the Romance languages. Mach-Hommy cites a wide range of writers as influential upon him, including William Shakespeare, Chinua Achebe, I'm not pronouncing that correctly, he's a Nigerian novelist, poet and critic, George Orwell, Lorraine Hansberry, Fyodor Dostoevsky, and Dante. He also cites political and philosophical thinkers such as Malcolm X, C.L.R. James, Thomas Aquinas, and Friedrich Nietzsche. How fascinating a mix of influences that is. Dumpmeister was certainly one of the better 2010s hip-hop releases in my opinion, probably one of the better 2010s albums in general. I'd highly recommend seeking it out if you enjoy this particular world of music. Interesting 2010s production, experimental hip-hop, really interesting stuff, I think. To me, this is the most enjoyable and interesting of the Mach-Hommy releases, the one I would return to the most, the one I find the most sonically captivating. The possibility of new releases from Mach-Hommy has made this world a lot more interesting than it could be otherwise.